How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome to another breaking Nintendo news. So recently, there was an interview with series creator Shigeru Miyamoto, who has created games like Mario as well as Zelda, on the future of adventure games, and I wanted to bring to light what he said because it's very important. So this article comes from siliconera.com, and it is titled, Nintendo got asked 2 cute questions in the latest investors meeting. It starts by saying, during the latest investors meeting, Nintendo was asked 2 surprising questions by passionate investors regarding the Famicom Detective Club series and the Nintendo Tokyo store in Japan set to open this year in November. Here are them below. Question: it's been 30 years since the release of Famicom Detective Club, yet thanks to the presentation and story, it still tugs on my heartstrings. I hope that these sorts of games, softwares that can be talked about for a long time, can be constantly released. In the current state of Nintendo, is it possible to make these sorts of adventure genre games? I would like to know about how game development for this genre is structured, as well as communication with overseas developers. Shinya Takahashi responds, Nintendo's software development structure involves thousands of people around the world between the company and second parties that help with development, with various games created under many types of producers. Each producer has their strengths and weaknesses, but we don't just ask them to make games they're good at, but take on different roles and challenge themselves on making different genre games. Shigeru Miyamoto, Creative Fellow, thank you for this question that can also be taken as encouragement. We also want to make games that we won't be embarrassed about 10 years later. We're told sometimes that we only keep making sequels, but we have many brands that have continued for 30 years. Obviously, he's referring to games like Zelda and Mario. We also keep working hard on releasing games in new series. Regarding adventure games, which could be translated into Zelda, I have also helped develop many of them beginning with Shin Onigashima, but it's very hard to make one in the current environment. Nowadays, games are localized in over 10 languages, and adventure games localization costs are massive in terms of voices and text. Furthermore, younger gamers trend towards being uninterested in the genre. However, designing adventure game mechanics is fun and are used well in Capcom's Ace Attorney and Level 5's Professor Layton series. So while we can still have hope for the genre, please understand that actively making one is hard in the current mainstream. So, with this being the case, does that mean that Zelda, Mario, and Pokemon are all safe since all of these are adventure games? Well, obviously, yes. I definitely do believe that we are still going to be getting these games, even though it is going to take a little bit more development strain, just because, as you guys already know, Nintendo loves Zelda, Mario, and Pokemon. These 3 game franchises are forever going to be embedded into their library, but it does look like we are probably going to be seeing less of Professor Layton as well as Phoenix Wright. However, guys, with all of that being said, there really is no guarantee. Yeah, it's extremely hard to localize all of these different games because there's usually a ton of dialogue and stuff like that. I mean, look at Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We have been playing through that game on my stream, and there is so much dialogue in that game that I understand that that definitely would cost a lot more than to localize something like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which you just need to change a couple names and other stuff like that. However, guys, with all of that being said, let me know your thoughts on Miyamoto's thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you guys think that these game franchises are safe, or do you think we are coming to the end of adventure games as a whole? Why or why not? Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.